Notice, this video contains knee-jerk players determined by transfers ahead of Game Week 11. Hello FPL fans and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the knee-jerk reaction for FPL Game Week 11. And just before we get into the video, please consider getting subscribed to show the support for the channel, and also leave a like if you are enjoying the videos around here, and also don't forget to check out our Patreon if you want to see some early team reveals and some behind the scenes content. All the details and links for that will be in the description down below. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the most transferred in players for this game week, starting off with Diogo Jota. He has had a total of 90,000 transfers in this game week, making him the most popular player to bring into the Game Week 11 squads. He scored 9 points in Game Week 10 as he got himself another goal against Brighton. This totals his score to 46 points for the season, as he has compiled 4 goals in his last 5 weeks. He's coming in at £6.8 million, which has seen an increase of 0.3 million since the start of the season, but is obviously projected to continue to increase to around the 7 million mark in the upcoming days. His ownership is currently sitting at 23.1%, and with a 2.63 XG, this is the 4th highest out of any of his Liverpool teammates in just 5 starts. Overall, he would be a good transfer in, as he's a great value option in midfield and he's carrying great form to Game Week 11. The only thing I would say about him is he is a potential rotation risk, as he's only averaged 61 minutes per game this season and has only started 5 out of the 8 games that he has played. His next fixtures include Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham and Palace, which are looking quite nice for some potential attacking returns for Diogo Jota in the future. So now moving on to the second player on the list, it's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne has had a total of 33,000 transfers in this game week, making him the second most popular player to bring in ahead of Game Week 11. He scored 10 points in Game Week 10 as he got himself 2 assists against Burnley. This totals his score to 39 points for the season. He's coming in at £11.6 million with a relatively low 19.3% ownership compared to that very high ownership that we're used to having for Kevin De Bruyne. He currently has a number 5 ICT next ranking for midfielders, and with a 3.4 expected assists, this is the 3rd highest for any midfielder in the league. He also has the 4th most big chances created in the first 10 game weeks, and the 2nd most shots for any FPL midfielder with a total of 28, which is only behind Mohamed Salah, who has a total of 35. Overall, De Bruyne will be a good potential transfer in, as he is showing good form and proving that he can be very consistent, and with the very good upcoming fixtures of Fulham, United, West Brom and Southampton, De Bruyne could be a very good transfer in for the upcoming game weeks. So now having a look at the third player on the list, it's Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez also has a total of 33,000 transfers in this game week, making him the 3rd most popular player to bring into the Game Week 11 squads. He scored a whopping 21 points in Game Week 10 as he got himself a hat-trick against Burnley, which totals his score to 45 points for the season. He's coming in at £8.2 million with a very low 2.8% ownership, proving he could be a very nice differential option in midfield. This season he has scored 4 goals and 1 assist, which gives him the number 7 overall ICT next ranking for midfielders. Overall, Mahrez would not be the best transfer in, as this was his first return in 7 game weeks, meaning he is quite inconsistent. Although he does have the very strong upcoming fixtures of Fulham, United, West Brom and Southampton, I would stick clear of Mahrez just because he is not the most consistent performer. So now moving on to the most transferred out players ahead of Game Week 11, starting off with James Rodriguez. He has had a total of 42,000 transfers out this game week, making him the 3rd most transferred out player ahead of Game Week 11. He only managed 2 points in Game Week 10, which totals his score to 47 points for the season. Coming in at a pricey £7.9 million, and with a very high ownership of 28%, he only has compiled 3 goals and 3 assists this season, as he has blanked in the last 5 game weeks. Despite this, he still has a 3.4 expected assists, which is the 2nd highest for midfielders, but I think would be a good transfer out, as he is playing very shallow since Richarlison has come back into the side, and has very difficult upcoming fixtures, which include Burnley, Chelsea, Leicester and Arsenal, which is looking unlikely for some returns for James Rodriguez in the upcoming game weeks. So now moving on to the next player on the list, which is Sadio Mane. Mane had a total of 31,000 transfers out this game week, making him the 5th most popular player to depart the Game Week 11 squads. He only managed 1 point in Game Week 10, which totals his score to 50 points for the season. He's coming in at £12.1 million with an 11.8% ownership, and with 4 goals and 3 assists so far this season, he has provided those good attacking returns, so for that reason he will be a bad transfer out, as he should be starting for Liverpool in the upcoming fixtures. And speaking of those fixtures, they are looking very promising for Liverpool, as the next 4 include Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham and Palace, so if you are a Sadio Mane owner, it could be a good time to keep him in the squad to capitalise on these good fixtures. So now taking a look at the third and final transfer out, it's Wilfried Zaha. Zaha has had a total of 67,000 transfers out this game week, making him the most popular player to depart the game week 11 squads. He scored 0 points in game week 10 as he was out with an illness, which totals his score to 54 points for the season. He's coming in at £7.3 million, which has seen a decrease of 0.1 million since the start of the game week and is projected to decrease over the coming days. He only has an 18.5% ownership compared to the 30% he had about a couple of weeks ago, and could be a good potential transfer out as his price will be decreasing and he has quite difficult upcoming fixtures. These include West Brom, Tottenham, West Ham and Liverpool, which do look quite difficult for some attacking returns for Zaha, but he could be a good option to keep in for game week 11 if you want to target that West Brom fixture if he does return in time from his illness and then transfer him out for game week 12. That is a potential transfer plan, but overall Zaha is probably a good option to depart from the squads. So that's what we've got for today for the FPL knee-jerk reaction of game week 11. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider getting subscribed to show the support for the channel, and also leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.